Hi guys, just a quick one today. Show you something new that I'm doing, something different. Am I playing? Have I gone back to blue-red control? Not exactly. Not exactly. Similar but different. So we're playing. Oh, there we go. Beat me to the punch. Almost introduced you to a blue-red Eldrazi control list. I lost to a mono blue Eldrazi list in a Pro Tour qualifier paper PPTQ, and I wasn't super impressed by the deck. It looked like it would be a dog to aggro. Didn't have, so I just added red and been jamming a bunch of games on Moto and just loving it, loving life. Things are going pretty much the way I want them to. I'm top 8ing regularly. Last few PTQs I've been in in the finals, so I'm really happy about that. So that's working out for me. Hope things are working out for you guys. Actually, we'll take those. So, Trial of Second God is one of the best reasons to play this. This lets you Ulamog on like turn 7. So we're gonna just go Shrine, 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 and then we're gonna play Ulamog. Which is gonna be nice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're just gonna all of a sudden go to 10. Hopefully we can kill some stuff along the way. Maybe a copter or two. Oh, far out. I'm tired. Had a great day today doing some martial art instruction. I do that in my free time. To anticipate. Ooh. See, now that's a good one. We're gonna hit for a lot of damage this turn though. I wouldn't be upset to see some Kozilek's returns coming out. We might not be fast enough. Might just be a little too slow. And I mean, that is a little bit how this matchup goes. Even with his slow start, he's still able to run us over. Okay, Harness Lightning is welcome. In fact, we're a little bit lucky that he didn't go for the Archive play there. Didn't go for the Scrounger play. So, what can we do here? Can Hedron Archive? We're going to be able to Ulamog next turn anyway. So if we Archive, we'll have 2 mana from the Archive and a red red blue over here. But it may not mean that we can actually negate. And we may need to negate plus Harness Lightning. I think it's close. I'm gonna cast this just to give us plenty of mana. So So we're playing a split. We're playing 4 Glimmer, 3 Hadron Archive as our card drawing. So we're going to get to Ulamog, and I mean, that's nice. Now Ulamog is going to get to eat a Scrounger and a Chandra. Actually, we'll eat a Copter and a Chandra. How do I want to do this? How much mana do we have access to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, we can actually Ulamog with a negate up, which doesn't actually seem bad. We can't actually Cozy's Return in this scenario. So we're going to Ulamog with the backup. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Exile Chandra, exile Cop. And we'll play out this legendary Eldrazi. We've got to negate up for any Decoration Stones the opponent would likely have in hand because we haven't presented a threat. We do have Drowners of Hope in this deck, which are quite good. Our opponent is assuming our opponent can't get energy. He's going to use his last black up here to bring back a Scrounger. Well, I think every point at this stage counts, but we can wipe him up with Scrounger, so let's do this. That's fine. Now, if in the end step our opponent wants to bring back a here, I think we just want to draw some more cards. So let's sacrifice this and draw some more cards. Alright, we didn't get there on that time. Note, we're still going to have Kozilek's Returner. Kozilek's Return being devoid means we can actually sack this Hedron Archive and bait our opponent into end-stepping a Scrounger. Is it okay? Where do Kozilek's return now? Now if our opponent he needs to have land plus removal spell to kill us. Which he doesn't have by the looks of it. It's worth in these situations when you're a control deck. You actually need to finish the game quickly. Because these aggro decks nowadays are not the same beasts you may have played against before. While I do feel exceptionally safe here, I'm not arrogant enough to say we couldn't lose. So let's just take a quick guess over what we can do. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we could still have Harness Lightning negate up. We get rid of their 2 black sources. They won't be able to bring Scrappy Scroungers back. That sounds like a winning play to me. So it's okay. Opponent will take 10. We're going to play our second Ulamog out because we want to play this game to win it. This and the Aether Hub. Alright, so he's going to concede to that because when he brings back Scrappy Scrounger, I can actually say Kozilek's return yes, and then we're just going to have negate and Harness Lightning. Alright, so sideboarding, it's actually lucky we won that because we don't win those ones often. So I actually take the Torrential Gearhogs here out. I take one Ulamog out. The reason for that is Torrential is just a bit lackluster. He's fine at bringing back our instants, obviously, but he's not really performed the way Drowner is. I don't like Jace, I don't like these confirmed suspicions. All I like is just slamming in a bunch of removal and killing everything. I also not a big fan of the spell of the scatters and the spell shrivels. I'll keep like maybe 2. I like the negates. There's things to negate in the matchup, that's for sure. I mean, yeah, there's an argument for maybe 1 Torrential Gearhog. Dispel's also kind of lackluster. I'll play 1 Gearhog just as my 4th 6 drop though. So new deck, new strike at the metagame. Let's see how we go. We're hunting Marvel. Hunting Marvel, hunting blue-white. In these competitive leagues, they're the people we want to play against. And I love me some Marvel, but I always struggle to play the in-deck. I'm a real Magic hipster. And we've created a monster. Just kill that now, there's no reason to be fancy with the removal. That's why Bombardment's in the deck, so it can do that sort of stuff for us. There's no actual spells that require colorless. So it'd be great to exchange a negate for a copter here. Okay, well he hasn't got a copter because he would have played it if he did. And in this matchup, I'll fire off a 3 mana counterspell on most things. I just want to get this out of my hand. It's difficult to find a spot for it sometimes in these matchups. Opponent's just too fast. Thalia is a great target for this. You may be wondering why I'm main phasing so much removal. I once got blown out playing, and it's actually in my archives on YouTube. I once got blown out by a built to last. I let my opponent untap, and he proceeded to kill me with it. So I'm gonna pass here. Cool. This is part of the reason why I'm playing Spell Shrivel over like Void Shadows. I could be representing it right now. Now our opponent's got 1 card in hand, so we can't afford to play around anything. But if he could, it would be legitimate. Add 2, 3, 4. Play this out. Pass the turn back. My last card in hand is a Glimmer, which I'm super happy about. He's playing Spell Shrivel, so you know, I think he didn't have it. He would have had if he had it there. So I like to run the Glimmers out before this. We've got Gearhulk to flash us back. Let's bottom this. I actually don't mind topping that. It's essentially more card draw. Shrine. We have heaps and heaps of mana. And this is just terrifying for my opponent. He knows that any Ulamog draw is probably going to be game over. Top this, top this. Just looking for threats now. Looking for ways to end the game. Alright, well, there's a way to win the game. And there is one as well. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That and Aether Hub, which is only blue. Opponent didn't have the counterspell, so he's in a ton of trouble here. Has the stasis snare though. If you can follow up with a Gideon, that'd be huge. So let's scrap it back to the bin. Ephemeral. So there you go. Caster's Glimmer. Try to keep pulling ahead. Topper's Sanctum. Oh Jesus. We are drawing a lot of air right now. Declaration in Stone. That's okay. That's okay. That's a good one. And he's going to pack it up there. So, I mean, the deck is pretty cool. I'm playing a few leagues with it, testing things out, still in the infancy. 2 spawning beds, 2 sanctums, the Shrines of the Forsaken God are our utility lands. Playing all our jewels, of course. Got 1 mountain, bunch of islands, and the deck is interesting. It's different. I'm building it to beat marble, so we'll see how we go there. And with the clear board plan for aggro, a clear board plan for other control decks, and for marvel decks. I'm just testing this confirmed suspicions. I've been told it's a blowout when you get it. It's also insane with Torrential Gear Hulk. This is all, hearsay. Well, single Jace in the main too. If I wasn't playing the Confirmed Suspicions, I'd probably mainboard a Summary Dismissal, and then I would consider the Jace as well in the sideboard, and those could just be Kozilek's returns, and that would just make our aggro matchup just a bit better. In fact, it's probably correct that you want to do that, because the aggro matchup is pretty bad, and you need to be just a little bit more serviceable. 4 removal spells and 2 sweepers isn't cutting the mustard. So, in all likeliness, you want to just keep the Confirmed Suspicion spice for maybe, I don't know, the matchups that need it, or maybe just bring the Jace for the grindy matchups. But Jace is a good way to pull ahead. Also, we've got a lot of card draw in the deck, way more than what I'm used to. And 4 Anticipates, 4 Glimmers, 3 Hedron Archive. So we may not even need the Jace. It might just be superfluous. I think that's a change I'll go ahead and make for now. Just put Jace to the board. He's good, but he's just not exactly what I'm after. If I go to grindy matchups, I'll bring the Jace and the Thought-Knot Seers in. Thought-Knot Seers also are just a test card with only 8 colorless sources mainboard. He's not actually super viable. I could actually play Aether Hubs in this deck. That would actually maybe not be too bad. If I can keep the energy coming. I've got Harness Lightnings and I've got Glimmers, but I'm not 100% certain I can. The mountain here could just be another island. Because if I'm gonna play the 4 Aether Hubs, I'd be looking at probably taking colorless sources out of the deck. These 2 Sanctums and the 2 Spawning Beds. I just like them for their synergy, Spawning with Drowner of Hope, and Sanctum with Ulamog being able to go get your Drowners. Because often if you can go Ulamog, sack the Sanctum, go get my Drowner of Hope, slam a Drowner, that's usually the game. Because Drowner's going to be able to slow the game down enough that Ulamog will just get there via milling them. So, this is the deck. It's interesting. Thought-Knot Seer, currently I would probably say is maybe going to be cut. It's just not castable. That's its biggest problem. It's not castable. And it could, with 8 sources, if we look up how many mana sources we need. If you want to turn 1 coloured source in a 60 card deck, one coloured mana, 60 cards by turn 4, we need 11 sources. So we're off it a bit. We've only got 8. 9, 10, 11. If you cut this mountain and this island, make them 2 Aether Hubs, maybe trim a Sanctum, trim a Spawning Bed, and you make like 4 Aether Hubs, you can possibly get away with it. It's food for thought. I often do have a coloured source because my deck's not super fast. Alternatively, what are we looking at? 1 colour of mana, 60 cards by turn 5, 10, so it drops by 1. You could actually then possibly look at putting into this 5-drop slot, which is looking pretty lonesome. You could actually bring in, for when you want to be quicker, is probably like 3 Reality Smashers. That's a thing, because then you could actually say, well, I've got 8 sources, but I've also got these Hedron Archives that come down on 4 before turn 5. So, you could say as a good way to pressure Marvel decks and pressure other control decks, is you bring in a Reality Smasher package. And that is something I'm pretty interested in doing, especially if people start cutting if they start trying to beat me on counter spells. Anyway, a lot of different things I can try in this deck. I'm pretty excited. Pretty happy to be doing something a little bit different than Marvel for a bit. But expect more Marvel, expect more of this, and I'll see you guys next time.